Bobby Davis is going to bring the first surprise quiz to the David Francisco podcast.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And this is based off your new favourite... This is based on your new favourite t-shirt idea.
Okay.
Which is David Francisco can't speak this language. And it's... Most people would probably think, yeah, his grasp of English is pretty good. But the thing that always seems to make you stumble is like colloquialisms, idioms, like sayings that kind of don't really say what they mean, but everyone seems to know them. And you stumble fairly often on them.
No.
Which I think is probably it.
No. It's not like the only thing I stumble on more than that is prepositions, but go on.
Right, so I've got a few for you here. The first one
I feel exposed.
Went a bit easy because it's definitely one that's been used in wrestling. So let's hope you get this one. Do you know what the saying "bury the hatchet" means?
Yes. Right, bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet means when you have a grudge with someone or something like that, or there's an issue, right, between you two. To bury the hatchet is to solve this issue, talk about it. Or maybe to not talk about it, just decide to just leave it behind, okay? I don't know what the origin is. I presume the hatchet is some sort of fighting weapon, I don't know. And when you bury it, you're literally leaving it behind and restarting with that person, trying to leave behind whatever issue you had with them. Right?
Yes. So, for example, Tim Martini got upset that we said he was a film snob, but we buried the hatchet.
The only reason why we buried the hatchet is because we stood our ground. There's another one. We stood our ground, and they're like, no, but you are. And he's like, well, we don't have to make it a thing. We don't have to make it public, But yeah. If you're a film snob, Tim Martini, what are you going to do about it? Fight me. I don't care. What's the hatchet? I'm going to search what the hatchet is. Go on. What's the next one?
Okay, what is it when you're barking up the wrong tree?
It's... I know these things, it's just hard to explain. So a hatchet is a small axe with a short handle for use in one hand. So it's just a miniature axe, maybe, I guess. Okay.
I knew what a hatchet was. It was just I didn't know what the origin of the phrase was. I thought that's what you were looking up.
I mean, that's you should have looked up that. You're the one bringing these expressions, right? The contest becomes something else if it's about me going online and searching what the origins of the things are. Barking up the wrong tree. Okay. It's about... I want to make sure that I say something that is actually correct, right? But it's about the idea that you're, directing your attention or your words or whatever it is that you're directing at someone that... or something that it's worthless for one reason or another. The thing that I'm not 100% sure is what the reason is, right? Is barking at the wrong tree... You're yelling at me about this, but it's not my fault. You should be barking at that person because it's their fault. Or is it barking at the wrong tree in the same value as preaching to the choir, right? Where, what's the point of you telling me this or doing this or whatever it is? I have no power, or I already know that. No, it's not preaching to the choir. It's more a thing of they already know. So... I hope I'm not spoiling. I hope I'm not spoiling potential of what else you have here, right? But preaching to the choir is a bit more like we know this. You don't have to keep saying this to us. Where barking at the wrong tree is okay. So it's about not my fault. That's the tree you should be barking at, dude. That's the tree that threw the branch at you with the wind or something. Okay, cool. That's 2 for 2, right?
Yeah. So my example would be. If you want to talk about, say, a Marvel film with someone, on a nice level playing field, just a nice chat, don't talk to Tim Martini because he's just going to talk snobbishly.
Yeah.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Okay, but in that case, it's not like... It's your own decision to not talk to Tim about this. As opposed to being, As opposed to being there's no point in talking to Tim about this, he knows nothing about it. You should have talked to Bobby.
It can be either.
It can be either.
It can be that they know nothing or that they don't care.
The reason why it's the wrong tree is a bit of relevant for the use of the expression. Just that it is the wrong tree that you're barking at. Okay, so that's 2 for 2. Let's go. How many of these do we have? Oh, I'm loving this. What a great idea that I have just by myself. I didn't steal it from anywhere.
What does it mean to give someone a run for their money?
It's very similar to Wait, is it? Oh crap! I'm questioning myself now. Um. Oh no. So, in my mind, or my guess slash, I'm gonna lock this answer. Okay, Regis Philbin. Um. In my mind, who hosted Who Wants to Be a Millionaire here? Stephen
Chris
Fry?
Tarrant.
Hmm?
Chris Tarrant.
What the hell is that?
And now it's Jeremy Clarkson, but originally it was Chris Tarrant.
Okay, so Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, yeah. Chris, should I? Is it possible that I have known Chris? How do you spell his last name?
Tarrent, I think.
Tarrant.
Or A-N-T.
You know, that was a period there of my life where my dream career would be to do the morning show at a radio and then host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as the game show at night. I would love to host a game show. And if there's any sponsors listening, I can do that. It's 2022. I'll just do it live on YouTube. Chris Tarrant.
We should... If there's an episode of the David Francisco podcast where there isn't much wrestling going on that week, you should invite a couple of people in and we'll do a quiz. You can host.
We'll do a game show there. My favorite one, the one I would love to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because to me it's like the perfect game show, right? It's you, a contestant, 15 questions. I am like, it's great. It's tremendous. I love it. I love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I even had a tabletop game. I think the one I would have the most fun hosting, though, would be The Weakest Link. And I really want to host The Weakest Link. And I am not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to say more than this. Right.
You want to be an arsehole.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I was born with it. I didn't choose the asshole life. The asshole life chose me. Right. Sorry, the Weakest Link idea just popped back in my mind. If I was gonna lock this answer would be very simple. It's the other side of the coin of putting your money where your mouth is. Okay, where a person saying something, or they're doing something, whatever it is, and they say that I can do something, whatever it is, like something a bit more general than that. You're giving them a run for money, as in like, okay, let's give it a go. Let's give you a go. You know, let's make this happen. I feel like I'm babbling, and I actually don't know. I feel like I subconsciously don't know the answer.
You're dancing around.
Yeah, or maybe I don't know how to explain it.
You're dancing around the idea.
Maybe I don't know how to explain it, Bobby, because I can't speak this language. Have you thought about that?
So, to give someone a run for their money would be to say you're almost as good or as good as them at something.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not. I was wrong. I can't take this as a point. No, I'm the weakest link. Goodbye.
Do you want another Tim Martini analogy, or we should leave that?
I would love another Tim Martini analogy, please. You shouldn't even ask for it. Right. You should have just given to me.
So, Tim Martini's a film snob, right?
Yes.
But I could give him a run for his money.
Okay. Because you think you're better at film snobism than Tim, or at least in your...
Just because I choose a different type of film snobbery doesn't mean I can give him a run for his money.
Are you also a snob though? Because you can just be an enthusiast, right? You can just be an appreciator of films.
I can be. When I deem that film to be
being
crap.
a snob is different, right? Being a snob, I don't know if Guilherme is listening. Maybe he is. Guilherme is a comedy snob, right? Whereas because the line is in letting people enjoy what they like, right? Of course, there's extreme exceptions which we're not gonna they don't need to be brought up, but it's like, oh, you like this comedian, Oh, you like this kind of movies, you know what I mean? Superhero movies, really? Or horror movies, really? You know what I mean? That's being a snob.
What about if I say, you like Mrs. Brown's Boys, which seems to be most of the country?
I've never seen Mrs. Brown's Boys. Is this the one where the dude dresses as a dudette?
As an old lady, and it's terrible.
That sounds like That's exactly what I would think a run down the middle network time, back from the network age of television sitcom in the United Kingdom would be like. And I mean, I know about it, right? I've seen clips and a lot of people talk about it. Mostly you talking about how you hate that show, you know.
Oh, it's trash. Trash.
But it's so average. It's so average, you know.
I don't know. There's average comedies out there that are way better. It's below average. Well, it's for morons. Sorry to anyone listening.
Do you think Team Martini likes it?
No, absolutely not.
All right, I got two up and one down, and people want to hear about your call, but I'm having too much fun with this. It's 2022. You can skip ahead.
We'll do two more, right? We'll do two more.
Do you have more than two prepared?
One of them... Oh, yeah, I've got loads more.
Are we going to extend this for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, right, we'll do two more, right? And then you'll either be 3-2 or 2-3.
Okay.
So you'll either be up or down.
Okay. Should I throw the next one for content so that it's like tied when I go for the last one?
If you want. It's a weird one, so I don't know if you'll get it anyway.
Okay.
What is it when someone has a face like a bulldog chewing a wasp?
I have never heard this. Okay? I can only assume you're calling someone ugly.
Not quite. It's the way, you know when some people screw up their face when you say something? You know when some people are just naturally like,
okay,
screwed up faces?
Oh.
Yeah.
So the Portuguese expression for that, when someone does a face like that because it's like they didn't like something they just heard or something, it translates directly to twisting their nose. You know?
Yeah.
Or like they twist their nose
I
at
can
this.
see that.
I said this and they twisted their nose. There's a bit of like a direct translation to that, and I guess it comes from the same place. But you went way more complex, you know? It's just like, why do you have to be so extra? Why? Not you, right? Just like English, British, English, United Kingdom, England, English. Because like then it's the bad kind of extra, right? The Irish are really extra with their expression, but they're funny, right?
They are funny.
You know, something bulldog and a wasp, and it's like, oh man, why do you have to be so extra like this? Go on. Okay. I'm kidding. I knew about it. I just threw for content. I knew that's what he meant.
So, for example, if you said to Tim Martini, do you want to watch an episode of Mrs. Brown's Boys? He would definitely have a face like a bulldog chewing a wasp.
It's not a good expression. It makes it more complicated.
It's an old expression.
It just makes it more complicated. It doesn't make it better, I'd say.
All right. We got a tiebreaker then. You're 2 for 2.
Okay. Right, one more. Let's go.
One more, right. The last one. Pigs might fly.
It's something along the lines of pigs will fly before this happens, as in it's impossible that this happens or this will never happen.
You are correct, David Francisco. You are 3-2 up.
I won.
You're going into whenever we do the next one as a winner.
As a champion. As the champion of this game.
Your prize, your final prize, is one more Tim Martini analogy.
Please. We love them.
Tim Martini will go and watch a film without posting a review on Letterboxd when pigs fly.
Do you think he feels self-conscious enough about do you think he'll never do it again, thinking that did we bury the film critic that's in him?
No, I love it. I actually love it, really. I think he's actually got quite good opinions on most things, but he got a bit tetchy on Instagram the last time he was mentioned, so I thought this would be funny. We
should bring him on the podcast one day to talk about movies. To me, it's just like pick 10 movies that have like a rating of 7.5 or higher, or maybe 8 or higher in like Rotten Tomatoes or in IMDb, but that you hate.
Oh, and then pick one that's under 3 and you love.
That would be great content. I'm gonna Tim, get that list ready. One day, sooner or later, we're gonna do that.